Hey everyone, welcome to Danny Chats. This is episode 32, and today I'm joined by Emilia. Emilia's from Mexico, is that right?
Yes, I am from Mexico City.
Yes, and you contacted me because you also have Wilson's disease.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So when did you come to find out about having Wilson's disease?
Well, I just started my new job, and the first day of my new job, I started with neurological symptoms, and I started going to doctors. It took me a year to get diagnosed, so they didn't know what it was until I entered to one of them most prestigious hospital here in Latin America, and they look at my eyes and saw
Yeah.
the eyes of Fleischer rings. And well, almost before entering to that hospital, they did a brain scanning. So they said probably I had Wilson's disease or multiple amyotrophic multiple sclerosis or
Sclerosis.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave me a lot of diagnoses. First it was essential tremors, then it was Parkinson's disease,
Yeah.
and then it was sclerosis, and then Wilson's disease, and I'm glad it was that.
Yeah. So when was that, sorry?
Well, it was 17 years ago.
Oh wow.
I was 20 years old, and I think in 2005.
Yeah, so it was a scary time if you just started a new job. And you had this little bright little future. Did you spend much time in hospital?
Not really, not really. I haven't spent a lot of time in hospital. Only when emergencies come,
Yeah.
and well, just some surgery on my shoulder because of the tremors.
Yeah.
One side of my body was rigid, so I had to I got frozen shoulder,
Yeah.
and so they had to I had to get a surgery to release it so I can move it,
Wow.
right? Yeah, I recovered from that.
Yeah. So when they did the diagnosis and they found the Kaiser Fleischer rings, did loads and loads of people come to look at you?
Yes, I
Yeah.
was like an experiment.
Yeah. Same. Because nobody gets
Everyone,
to see it.
yeah, yeah. I mean, also a doctor took pictures of my eye,
Yeah.
but I lost them. I don't have them anymore. I am not in contact with the doctor anymore.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Maybe I should have asked for photos years ago. That would have been interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. So what medication did they put you on?
Well, first on zinc, and then before getting diagnosed all the Parkinson's disease uh, medication,
Yeah.
and then I kept them while I was on treatment while Wilson's disease,
Yeah.
and but most of them had horrible side effects. One of the doctors gave me an overdose, so I got hallucinations at night. I
Wow.
saw dead people.
That's scary.
Just like the movie, just like the movie.
I see dead people.
I see dead people. Yeah.
Yeah. Did that last for
Well,
long?
oh yes, I took them for around 1 year.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and well, I started to quit them because of the horrible side effects.
Yeah.
I didn't like them. So I was on a lot of medications until I only took some of for the tremors and for the Wilson's is first zinc, then I started TM, tetraammonium something. I don't know how to say it in English.
Hey, what is it called?
TM.
TM.
It's
Um,
an
I think.
experiment.
Okay.
It's an experimental drug. It's tetraammonium molybdate, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it in English, but
Yeah. I'll have to look that up. And how many of those were you taking? Was that like taking in the morning and an evening?
Yeah, well, with the TM, I was 3 times a day, just
Yeah.
like the regular ones. And then I started penicillamine, and I went down the hill
Oh,
through
really?
all my symptoms. I was on a wheelchair. I couldn't
Wow.
even walk, and I never stopped talking, but I was like dropping saliva,
Yeah.
saliva.
Yes. So you got diagnosed and then you got put on the Parkinson's medication and the other Wilson's disease medication. You started to get better, but then they put you on penicillamine and it just went downhill.
Well, not really getting better, but I mean, in the same line, you know.
Yeah.
And then with the penicillamine, I went down the hill, and then after a year, I started to recover and regaining my all my neurological movements and normally, you know.
So what changes were made to get you back to normal, back to your health?
Well, I always went to physiotherapy.
Yeah.
Um, I I went well. I started taking psychological therapy as well, but
Yeah.
just a few years ago. Not from the beginning, but I think it's very important to take physiotherapy
Yeah.
and psychological therapy. You know,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I guess my family and all the love that my family gave me the strength
Yeah.
to keep going, you know. And I think I am lucky that I have a normal life and I can speak, I can walk and all that,
Yeah.
you know.
So did you stay on the penicillamine? Did they keep you on that then?
Yes, for many years, and then I started sick, and then I got some symptoms like neuropathy
Yeah.
in my nerves. I feel my skin burning,
Oh.
and then I quit because I was afraid of that
Yeah.
symptom. Then I got a relapse of symptoms, and then I started penicillamine again and went down the hill again.
Wow.
And then I I was I wasn't very careful with that. I was irresponsible, and I quit again all the meds because I didn't want to have a disease. You know, I was
Yeah.
denying it somehow. And then I started the the therapy,
Yeah.
psychological therapy, and then I started to realize that I was harming myself. And then I started again penicillamine, and I went down the hill again. And then I got scared because my liver was not doing very well,
Yeah.
and I am lucky to recover once again, you know. And here I am. I started taking penicillamine and then zinc, and then the Wilson Disease Association is donating me uh, what's the name of it? Cyprin?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have been taking it for 2 years now.
And you feel quite stable on that? Is that the best medication?
Yes, I
Yeah.
even recover more from neurological symptoms.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. I think you're the first person I've spoke to that's really had a big negative effect with the penicillamine.
Yes,
Yeah.
so well, I have known some patients in person that took penicillamine and they didn't recover very
Yeah.
well from neurological symptoms.
Yeah. So you say that. Have you spoke to anyone else out in Mexico with Wilson's disease?
Well, I tried to help one of them, and she unfortunately died a few months ago. I tried to contact the Wilson Disease Association
Yeah.
to donate them meds, and because here in Mexico we don't have Wilson disease medication. That's
Really?
very how do you say dangerous? You know,
Yeah.
I don't know how to say that, but I have to go get them from Canada,
Oh wow.
and as well from the United States as a donation because they are very expensive. I'm not a U.S. citizen, so I
Yeah.
have to get them through donation. And getting the papers as for sanitary permit to import medicines is very hard here in Mexico. It took
Yeah.
me 8 months to get
Wow.
the permit. So in the meanwhile, I was taking zinc because I didn't want to take again
Yeah.
penicillamine, you know.
Yeah. So you can't get penicillamine either in Mexico? No.
No, no, we
So
don't have.
how about zinc? Is zinc the only thing that you can get?
Yeah, from GNC.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, also this guy from the one that makes uh, the zinc in the US.
Right.
I don't remember, but he's part of the Wilson Disease Association. I
Yeah.
think John Wu. I think.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, so, I mean, how long have you, so you've been on that medication for quite a while now, and obviously your life wouldn't have been the same without it. So it's important.
Yes, I mean 17 years. I
Yeah.
mean, mm, 15 resting the ones that I didn't take the meds, right?
Yeah. Do you have any brothers or sisters?
Yes, I have two older brothers, and none of them have the disease. I
Yeah.
mean, they are not carriers either.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and they get well. Only one got the DNA test
Yeah.
because the oldest one is my half brother.
Yeah. Okay. I understand. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just kind of the same with my sisters and brother. I'm the only one that my parents had, and then my brothers and sisters are all stepsisters and brothers.
Oh, so you're the only one on your entire family. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 same.
Yeah, you know, I before I was angry at myself because I had a disease. I wasn't accepting it,
Yeah,
and now I think it's I find it as a purpose in life to help others, to become more empathetic with others,
yes,
to awake that part or that side of myself.
yeah,
Because if I wouldn't have the disease, I wouldn't um, feel that part, you know, I guess.
yeah, yeah. It's very, very. It's definitely not an easy thing to take on board. When they tell you all this and taking the medication forever, it's a lot, especially when you're young, and you see everyone around you who doesn't have this problem. So I can see how, I think all of us can be a bit hard on ourselves at times.
Yes, I was very hard on myself. I'm very arrogant, you know. It's like, why are you taking meds? You don't need them, you know. It's like
Yeah,
we are very hard on ourselves.
yeah,
And the other day, a post you wrote on your Facebook is that we never quite heal, but
yeah,
we try to get along with it, you know.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We do the best with the situation we're given.
Yes.
And I think you're right. I mean, by telling your story, by doing things like this, it is inspirational to other people.
Yes. I mean, I have well right now. I think I'm helping another Wilson disease patient here in Mexico City.
Yeah,
Well, he's not from the city, but he's from another city. But uh, because there is no medication, he's in the process of getting diagnosed. So I contact him. Contact I don't know how. English sometimes it's hard for me to pronounce it because I don't practice every day as
Yeah,
I used to, right? But I mean, I contacted him with my doctors,
yeah,
and because they are experts in Wilson's disease, others say it's other disease, you know.
yeah.
So uh,
So what do
I
your doctors say then when they say you need to take this medication? Do they just say, well, you need to take this medication and you need to find it yourself?
oh my God, it's 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 very. I get worried because, well, right now I know how to get it, right?
Yeah.
But I think about other patients. Is like, what am I gonna do? You know,
Yeah.
it's very. I forgot the word in English. How do you say when it's very when you get worried about not getting things?
Very anxious.
Yeah, very anxious,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's unfair for
Yeah.
for patients that don't have their medication. You know.
Yeah. And how quickly things can change, if you don't have that medication.
Well, very quickly. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, your liver. I mean, we have most of the patients here in Mexico. They get the transplant
Yeah.
because it's easier because we don't have the medication. You know.
Yeah.
But in my case, um, some of the patients don't need a liver transplant per se, you know,
Yeah.
and they do it because there's no medication and they don't have the resources to go get them to Canada or
Yeah.
go or everywhere else, you know. It's
Yeah. That's very extreme, isn't it?
yes, very. I
Yeah.
am fortunate that I have the resources to go to Canada or go to the States or speak English. Here in Mexico, most of the patients I have met, they don't speak English, you know?
No. No. So they can't communicate with anyone from outside the country.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's very difficult. Well, it's great that you're helping these people
Yes,
and
I'm doing the best I can.
using your experience. Yeah, definitely.
And well, there's an association here. It's for weird disease, rare diseases,
Yeah.
but they don't are isn't specifically for Wilson disease. So I'm the
Yeah.
main contact for that association. So all the Wilson disease that contact them get in touch with me so I can help them.
Wow, that's very direct. That's very good though.
Yeah, it feels
But
good.
that must be it feels good. Yeah, it's a lot of pressure on you as well though.
Yeah, I mean, I do as best. I mean, what I have on my hands, you know.
Yeah.
If it's possible, I will do it. If it's not possible, I cannot do anything, you know.
Yeah. Have you ever had a time where your like drugs haven't been turned up, like they've been seized at the border or anything like that?
What? Can you repeat that?
Have you ever had a time where your medication hasn't turned up, where it's been seized at the border or, been not let
Uh,
through customs?
Not really. I got the permit first because
Yeah.
I know how Mexico laws are here. They return all the meds, so I got the permit first
Yeah.
before entering. I didn't want Cyprin to get stuck on customs because it's a very expensive
Yeah.
medication, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have to pay for the permit as well?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
pay for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how about do you work? Do you work currently?
Yeah, I work. I am a photographer.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, you haven't seen it because I think I don't follow you on that Instagram.
No, no, I've got your Wilson's disease Instagram.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I just opened it, right?
yeah.
But I am a photographer, a portrait photographer, and as well I have a business with my brothers.
Oh, that's
It's
cool.
furniture for offices.
Yeah. Do you get on with your brothers then? There's no arguments.
Yes, yes. I mean, it's very hard to work with family, you know.
Yeah. Are they your
Yeah,
older brothers?
yeah. Older, only two.
Yeah. They're quite
Yeah,
protective.
very.
Yeah, that's good. That's what you need brothers for.
You're the youngest.
I'm the eldest.
The eldest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the eldest. Two sisters, three brothers.
Okay, good.
Yeah, big family.
Yes, we family.
Yeah. So did your doctors ever say to you about having a liver transplant? Was that ever given as an
Yes.
option? Yeah.
All the time, even if I don't need it, they talk about it, and
Yeah.
I get scared because sometimes there's a scale, a point scale where liver transplant will be beneficial if you are in certain level of damage,
Yeah.
and others it won't be beneficial because it's more risky, the
Yeah.
surgery and
Yeah.
the meds and all that.
Yeah.
And even if I don't need it, some of the doctors talk about it, and it scares me because it's like, what am I gonna do? And as well, I don't know. I mean, I have read a post of a Wilson disease patient the other day on a group, and it happens the same to others, that with a disease you are limited to live wherever you want to live. If you want
Yeah.
to move to other country, you have some limitations because other countries don't want you to use the health system.
Yeah.
So I am trying to avoid a liver transplant as much
Yeah.
as I can because I want to move to other country.
Yeah.
I don't like Mexico for living because it's hard. I mean,
Yeah.
being in a place where you don't have support for your disease, it's hard.
I can't imagine how stressful that is to add on top of everything else, not being able to get your medication. In America, just being able to afford the medication. I mean, we're so lucky in the UK that, once they've diagnosed you, they put you on the path, they give you your medication,
Yeah.
and you might pay very, very minimal money for it.
Yes, you have the resources and
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about it.
No, it's not like, we could lose our house or anything paying for the medication, which some people do.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. So where would you like to move to?
I would like to move to Canada.
Yeah, nice. I
I think
wouldn't mind going to Canada.
have you been there?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay. I used to live in Vancouver. I wanted to study veterinarian, but I couldn't. I mean, it's too much stress.
Yeah.
And I wasn't ready. I was too young. I was around 25 or something.
Yeah.
I wasn't. It was when I was quitting my meds, and I had to come back.
Yeah. Yeah, it got too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
So
you can go back though, definitely.
yeah, the thing is that right now, I need to save money
Yeah.
again. Yes, to be able to study something, photography or something, a degree, and then I don't know. I mean, the president of the Wilson Disease Association,
Yeah.
some other told me that he's from Canada, so I would like to speak with Jean.
Yeah.
That's the name. So to see if it's easy. I don't know.
Yeah.
As a Wilson disease patient.
Yeah. Because I mean, I know they have a very good healthcare system, but like you say, I don't know how they are to people coming over and what sort of access they give them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, either way, I will always keep my Mexican insurance.
Yeah.
I mean, it covers me everything
Yeah.
except the meds
Yeah.
for Wilson disease.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
that covers all your hospital stays and everything.
Yeah, everything,
Yeah.
the hospital, attention and all that. I mean, it's some of them, not all, but most of the medical attention, it's covered.
Yeah. How often do you go to the hospital now?
Right now, this year has been very like an odyssey because some of my um, veins on the throat
Yes.
got broken.
Yeah, I've had that before.
Oh, really? Because
Yeah.
of the liver, right? The
Yes.
portal vein.
Yes.
Yeah, so I have to rush to the hospital. So they have to link the veins, and I have had to go like around 5 times to get
Yeah.
them linked. And the last one was past a month, so that was the last one.
Yeah.
So right now every month, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, but usually every 6 months.
Yeah, that's it. Generally, sort of standard is every 6 months just to keep a check.
Yes.
Yeah.
And because of all the 2020, I didn't go to the hospital because I was scared of COVID, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So I didn't go all the 2020, and that made worse all this, you know,
Yeah.
because I had to go to get an endoscopy.
Yeah.
So so I didn't.
Yeah. Do you?
I,
I don't know if you want to talk about it. Did you get medicated when you had yours? Because I have to be asleep for them to do that. I can't do it awake.
no. Yes, I had to get
Yeah,
sedated.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, and it hurts to swallow after
yeah.
a
For a
few.
few days
Yeah,
after, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. That wasn't my favorite thing to have done.
yeah. I mean, it's all right as long as we are alive, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It doesn't take too long. It's just very uncomfortable, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I
Yeah,
mean, also in the beginning, food gets stuck here,
yeah,
and I get hiccups. You know, it's
yeah,
like trying to get it unstuck.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember that. I remember having to eat soup and things that weren't hard.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
I don't know if you have tea and biscuits in Mexico, but I used to eat a lot of tea and biscuits.
tin biscuits, I don't know.
Yeah, a cup
What
of
are those?
like a cup of tea, and then you dip biscuits in
Ah,
it.
yeah. No, we don't have the cup of tea hour.
A
No,
cup of tea, yeah.
we have tacos and salsa and I don't know all the Mexican stuff, avocado. Well, I
Tacos.
cannot eat it that often, but I
Yeah.
try. I try to.
How do you find your diet? Because some people don't eat food that are high in copper. Some people do.
I mean, I try to avoid. I mean, I don't suffer. You know, I mean, I
Yeah,
eat everything, just the high copper foods. I try to eat them every, I don't know, twice a month or.
yeah, yeah,
I mean, I eat beans every day, but not the whole amount. You know, only like 2 spoons
yeah,
because I put them in the tortillas. You know,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
yeah. So 2 spoons is not as
yeah,
bad
yeah,
as well. I mean, under accelerator, you know,
yeah.
accelerator. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I was fine. Once after about a year of being on the medications, I was able to eat pretty much anything again.
oh well, you eat everything,
Yeah,
right?
after about a year of being on the medication, I was able to pretty much eat everything again.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, it was good. Because like chocolate's high in copper. I love chocolate.
Oh yes, I love chocolate too.
Yeah,
Well, I try to eat more like instead of dark chocolate, I try
yeah,
to eat milk chocolate. You know, it's
yeah,
for the cravings.
yeah, yeah. I know the cravings.
Yeah, and as well, I forgot to mention that I get treated in Michigan with Dr. Ascari.
Oh wow, in America.
Yes,
Yeah,
I have an appointment coming in November. So
yeah.
I go there every year to get checked, you
Oh
know?
wow, that's good. That's interesting.
Yes, I feel safer
Yeah,
going there because Mexico is good for certain diseases, but Wilson disease is really hard. For example, my doctor just recently, I am under Trentin cycling,
yeah.
and he told me, he asked me if I'm taking zinc as well, and I'm like, no, I am under Trentin. So, I mean, he worries and it's fine, but it's like it's not necessary sometimes, you know, to take pills all the time because I don't know.
Yeah,
So that's why I go get checked in Michigan.
yeah. Because I was on zinc, but it just made me feel sick all the time. I didn't really get on with it. So I spoke to my doctors, and they said it was fine to come off. Obviously, anyone listening is, you got to speak to your doctors and see what they say.
Yeah, I mean, and because they have a Wilson disease clinic in Michigan, so they treat around 400.
Oh well.
In the States is the country that has more Wilson disease patients that I know. I don't
Yeah.
know about the UK.
I think because they probably get diagnosed more so than in Mexico.
Yes.
Yeah. And obviously America's massive compared to the UK.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
mean, in Europe, I know some of from Spain, but not a lot either.
yeah, I think I know like one or two people that I've spoken to from the UK with Wilson's disease.
Sorry?
I think there's like I've spoken to 2 or 3 people from the UK with Wilson's disease, but not many.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, here in Mexico, I have spoke only to 3 in my
Yeah.
entire life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what have you got planned for the rest of your day?
Well, I don't know. Sometimes I never get bored. Right now, I wanted to read a book. I'm reading about self-love.
About what, sorry?
Self-love.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and also I like plants, so I like to take care of them,
Yeah, same.
and also take photos. I have a session the next weekend, so I like to plan it.
Get ready, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
What about you?
I am making dinner. I'm making
Ah,
a chicken pie, so we'll be having dinner after this.
well, I have family in the UK, so
Yeah?
I am going to visit them. So when I go, I would like to meet you.
Yeah, definitely. Whereabouts do they live?
Well, in London, I think well, I
Okay.
don't know London yet, but I think in the third area. I don't know.
London's close. London's close.
Yeah, it's a city.
Yeah. It's close to where I live as well. I live just outside of London.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, when are you planning doing that?
Well, I don't know. I need to save money.
Yeah. I know that feeling.
Yeah, yeah. Right now, I have other priorities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The,
Well, thank you very much for taking some time out of the day to talk to me.
Thank you very much for the interview.
It's been great chatting with you. It's been really interesting. You're like I said, the first person I've spoken to from Mexico, and it's just interesting to see someone with a different perspective. And it's great that you're helping people as well.
Yes, thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Yeah, I'll put your Instagram page up on this video so that anyone that wants to follow you, they can follow you, and if they've got any questions.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
Thank
brilliant.
you.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
See you later. Bye bye.
Good night. Bye bye.